Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's Asia, and welcome to the first installment of book videos on my channel. So buckle up, because we love books here. We love them, okay? As you can see by the title of this video is going to be my 2023 wrap up, but mostly like my favorite reads of this year. So I'm gonna not go through every book that I read, but you can check out my Goodreads for that. But I'm definitely gonna tell you guys my favorite ones of this year. So this is a little stack of some of the books I read this year. Not all of them, because not this year. 2023. 2023. I'm recording this in January. We're a little late. But this is some of the books I read in 2023. Only some of them because 2023 I did purchase a Kindle, so I read I think about 2 or 3 books on there, maybe 2 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna show you a few that I really loved. Oh my god. I wanted a little symmetry, so I added some of my TBR to behind me. But I am gonna start with, you already know, Miss Sarah J. Maas. This series I got into in 2023, ACOTAR. Last year I only read the first 2 books. Now, Sarah, my girl Sarah, I love you. I'm getting into her. I'm getting into her because I definitely want to finish this series, because this one right here, yeah. But the saying is, the last 100 pages of Sarah's books, you need to buckle up. Because definitely recommend these. These were great reads for me. I am not a big dog like some of y'all that can look at a 600 or 700 pager and be like, easy money. No, I was a little scared. That's why I was so hesitant to start this. I really wanted to because it's obviously popular, but I was like, oh, that's a big book. But definitely recommend. Fantasy, romance, romantasy, high fae type of books, if you understand that. But a lot of people recommend, if you're into Game of Thrones, Hunger Games for sure, I think is like a good mix of what you should prepare for these books. Definitely recommend. Another recommendation, I am a thriller girly, true and true. Romance or thriller are like the ones that I'm gonna pick up the fastest. And I loved The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I haven't read her other one, like The Paris Apartment, but this was the first one that I read by her, and I enjoyed it. This was probably the first of 2023 that I suggested would be closest to 5 stars. It was about like a 4.75 for me. Just because she writes the characters so you hate them. The entire book, I'm like, I hope this person dies. Well, then I hope this person dies. Then I hope this person dies. I'm like, you can catch one too. But it was great. When the person who did die deserved it. So there's a wedding on a like secluded island. Somebody dies. There's the groom, the bridesmaid, the bride, the wedding planner. All these play a part. It's definitely a whodunit. Think of like the Agatha Christie books. That type of style. The next, wow, I really have a lot of thrillers. The next one is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Girl, Miss Girl, yeah. I think I would rate this, I feel like, I think this is a 5-star read. This is pretty great, and I know she's like not really, she's like an underground author where like she publishes her own books and stuff like that, like really, I'm not sure the full story, but basically does it on her own, and I love that for her. I can't even wrap my brain around this book, and like because the entire time I thought what was gonna happen, and then it was a complete opposite of what I was expecting. But basically, what's her name? But basically there's a girl, Millie, and she just got released from prison, I believe, and she's trying to look for a job. She's on parole, blah, blah, blah. and she stumbles upon I think an ad or job interview of the West Winchesters. They offer her, she knows she doesn't have a place to stay, she just got out of jail, so they offer her a live-in like nanny job or like housekeeper job, housemaid obviously, and things just take a turn. You know, it's just something I personally don't think I would put myself in. Like the room I think has a lock from the outside, but you can't like lock the door from the inside of their like attic. It's like the window is sealed, you can't even open the window in the room. The daughter is the reason why people don't have kids, okay? It's too much. The wife starts off like so loving, so great, and then like once she takes the job and starts living there, she flips. Like, okay. So I would recommend it. The next thriller that I loved, this one, 5 stars. 5 stars easily. I started reading this book about a year ago, like a year and a half ago, and they just never like kept up with it. But I wanted to read it because they made a Netflix TV show out of it, and I was like, okay, I definitely want to read the book first. And everybody loved the TV show. I just never finished it. So then around, what was the last hurricane? Hurricane Ian. I was like, you know, let me re-download this on my Kindle, and I got the audiobook and was chilling. I literally like finished it in about like a day and a half, maybe like 2 days, because I was like, I need to finish this so I can start the show. And that book is behind her eyes. Girl. The tabs, you can tell. The tabs, you already know. This is probably the one book that I've written the most in, like thriller wise, that I can think of. I have red pen, black pen in this. Girl, all of it. I don't know why I forgot to mention, I was reading it on my Kindle. Once I finished, I went to go get the book, the physical copy, because I had so many notes in my Kindle. I couldn't leave that there just on the internet somewhere in the cloud. I needed to have it physically in my book, written all over, because there was so much. That girl, she put that pen to that paper and them fingers to them keyboards, and she got to work. I still think about those characters. It's so much different than seeing my own handwriting in a book and my tabs and stuff on the side. So yeah, I needed to get the physical copy, because that was a lot. But it was good. I can't. She ate down with that one, babes. No reason it got turned to a show. No reason. I mean, no wonder. Not no reason. I'm tired. I should have edited this yesterday. This is, I think, my top read of 2023. Loved it. Beyond. I did like the Netflix show. It was nice to like picture the characters. Like it was cool to see the characters that I was picturing in my head. So that was fun. Basically, Louise, single mom, she gets a job as a secretary for this like really, I don't even know what type of business he does, but it's a really well-known businessman. But before she starts working there, she goes out on a night out by herself, meets this guy. I think they hook up at some point. Doesn't see him again until she comes into work the next day and is her boss. So then there's that. And then realizes this man's married, and she just like kind of inserts herself. So Louise is a little nosy. So she inserts herself into his life. And then so happenly she bumps into his wife, Adele, while dropping off her kid, like on her way home, or like, oh no, on her way to work, I believe, from dropping off her son at school. And then they become friends, because Adele's like, oh, I don't really have any friends, blah, 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 or something like that. It's getting weird. Because, girl, Louise is just like battling the relationship with her boss / like affair, and getting closer with him, but also becoming best friends with his wife, but also not telling the wife that this happened. Girl. Wouldn't be me. My last top read of 2023, I enjoyed it for what it was, to kick my feet up and just keep. But also I was just like, okay. And this was another one that I started reading because they made a movie out of it, show out of it, and I was like, okay, I need to read the book first. Why not just read the book, get this book under my belt, and then I can treat myself and watch the show, watch the movie. And that one is Red, White, and Royal Blue. The girlies know. The girlies know. The president's son, the royal prince, enemies to lovers. We love it. We love it. The only thing, I think this is about like a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Only thing, it was just like, it was, first of all, why is it so thick? In my opinion, a romance doesn't need to be this thick. We don't need to world build. We don't need to like unpack this much. That's what I think, that's my main issue with it, and mainly is because a lot of this is like political stuff, like what they're dealing with in the political world, and it's like, I want to escape that, not read more about it. But I loved it. The romance part of it, the side characters, the siblings, the best friends, it was great. I would recommend it. And I think it's just a great book in general. It's just like, just be prepared for also reading a lot more political stuff and history stuff in a romance, and the thickness, she's thick, all right? And next I'm gonna go to my 2023 TBR. It's gonna be a few of these. I'm gonna start off with just a few of these, okay? Because I have like stacks on the floor and I have the stacks behind me. I'm gonna take them down so I can not have to keep reaching back and doing all this. And then like all the frames are weird. So let's oh, and there's some on my Kindle that I downloaded on the, what is it, like Stuff Your Kindle Day? So to start off, just like earlier, I hope to just finish this series this year, especially because I think the 6th book is coming out this year. She's gonna announce the 6th book of Akatar, so I really need to finish before the new book comes out. And I think I'm gonna start this this month. So A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and then A Court of Silver Flames. It's just, they are so thick. Sarah. Another one that I'm excited to read is The Housemaid's Secret. I'm so excited, because what is Millie going to do now? What is she doing? What's happening? The second installment of The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Now, this one, it's hard to find an employer who doesn't ask too many questions about my past, so I thank my lucky stars that the Garricks miraculously gave me a job cleaning their stunning penthouse with views across the city and preparing fancy meals in their shiny kitchen. I can work here for a while, stay quiet until I get what I want. What is she doing? Hold on. Wait a minute. What is she doing? Oh. I'm excited. That's just the first paragraph. I'm not reading the whole thing. And I am just in the mood to cry. I feel like I have a good amount of books that I want to just devour me. Not me devour them devour me and take over me, okay? I have to. This one needs no introduction at all. At all. But what I think I'm gonna do, I watched a good amount of reading vlogs on this and TikToks about this book. Like, I haven't read a book that makes me cry and I don't know how long. I can't even name a book. Yeah. I stand corrected. But this was the first one I finished of 2024. Love in Other Words. I started reading it like late December. This is what y'all were talking about. Oh, it was so heartbreaking. It was the perfect amount of, I think I wrote on my Goodreads, the perfect amount of loving and heartbreaking that I needed. First of all, I was watching the college football championship game with Michigan. Very high stressed, very... And my dumbass decides, let me just finish this book during halftime. It was a great idea, but it was also awful because I'm over here, second half, snot nose crying, wiping the tears out of my eyes so I can see the TV screen. So recommend any girlies want to cry. It's a tame cry. It wasn't that bad, but I was like, oh, I have to get myself together to finish watching this game. I'm already stressed because of this. Now because of this book. Different, like, people are different, so I don't know if it's gonna have the same effect on me as it does other people. But what I'm gonna do is, I don't think I'm gonna read this all in one sitting. I think I'm going to read in the sections that it is. I think there's like, it's like, I think about like, I want to say at least 5 sections of this book. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and like have to like break it up, because if it's ruining people, if it's really hitting people the way it is, I know I'm gonna need to simmer it down. The next one, this one I started in 2023 and it just wasn't like grasping me in the beginning like I would prefer a thriller to do. But I've heard such like good reviews about it, how creepy it is, and I need a book like that. So I'm hoping to finish Behind Closed Doors. It's not that long, it just wasn't doing it for me in the beginning. A lot of people say like once you finish the book, it's like you kind of feel unsettled and you just have to like lock that away in a cabinet and just not look at it for a little bit. Like, you know, if you watch Friends, you know how Joey reads The Shining and he has to put the book in the freezer? That's how people describe this book. Well, let's see on my Kindle what I have. The Girl He Needs by Christy Rose. This looks cute. Sounds like an enemies to lover if I never heard. So, I eat 'em up. I eat 'em up. One Left Alive. That sounds like a scary movie I would watch. Also, look at my Kindle. Look at her. She's cute, I know. She's cute. Few booktubers, book talk, recommend this book, and it's called The Messy Lives of Book People by Phaedra Patrick. That's cute. As a mother of 2, Liv Green barely scrapes by as a maid to make ends meet, often finding escape in a good book while daydreaming of becoming a writer herself. So she can't believe her luck when she lands a job housekeeping for her personal hero, mega best-selling author Essie Starling, a mysterious and intimidating recluse. The last thing Liv expected was to be the only person Essie talks to, which leads to a tenuous friendship. When Essie passes away suddenly, Liv is astonished to learn that her dying wish was for Liv to complete her final novel. But to do so, Liv will have to step into Essie's shoes. As Liv begins to write, she uncovers secrets from the past that reveal a surprising connection between the 2 women that will change Liv's story forever. Oh. Yep. For sure, right on. I feel like that's the main ones I want to read. I don't know if this is a psychological thriller. Hold on. True crime, mystery thriller, suspense. And it's Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I've seen so many reviews on this and everyone just loves it. The blurb on the front says, stunning, certain to be a book of the year. Got my vote. So the Goodreads description says, 20 years ago, Claire Scott's eldest sister, Julia, went missing. No one knew where she went, no note, no body. It was a mystery that was never solved and it tore her family apart. Now another girl has disappeared with chilling echoes of the past, and it seems that she might not be the only one. Clara is convinced Julia's disappearance is linked, but when she begins to learn the truth about her sister, she is confronted with a shocking discovery, and nothing will ever be the same. I'll take it. So that's like the main ones I really want to read. Obviously there's, after ACOTAR, I want to start Throne of Glass, another thick book series, first book for Christmas. So we'll see where this year takes me reading wise. I said Throne of Glass, there's the Inheritance games. I got Fourth Wing for Christmas, so we're gonna see if I get to that big boy. Add me on Goodreads because I do log my books of what I'm reading there all the time. I love seeing what other people are reading, other people's goals. Check out my Instagram because I do post my books on there all the time. A lot of my friends ask me for recommendations, or they say they love that. Like I posted on my story and I have highlights of each year of my reading, so follow me on there. And I hope you enjoyed this video, my first book video. Finally, she's finally here. Hope you like this video. Like, comment down below books that you're excited to read. If you've read any of these books, comment down below if you enjoyed them, if you recommend them, which one I should probably start first. I'm definitely gonna do ACOTAR first probably, but I don't know what's gonna be in between that. And subscribe for more book videos. Next one is most likely going to be kind of my tips on how I got back into reading around 2021 and what helped me along the way. So thanks for watching.